What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's up?
Hold on.
We're back. It's another React and Draw live stream. I'm Dan. He's Sean. We're here to get into topics right now. Very exciting developments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, we only have one topic today because
I mean, yeah. The topic is in the description. It is Marvel Secret Invasion has debuted today. And in the intro, credits to the show, they are employing AI art right now. It looks like, to my layman eyes, a version of like, I don't know, beta version of Mid Journey art.
it looked like the
Um,
first AI that ever came in. Oh,
right,
the first AI that was ever available to people.
right. Like a dude like looked like he's typing in the prompts, and then he took all the images and they just like um stacked them up side by side in like a free program like iMovie or or VN.
Yo, I got a question. How much did the prompt dude get paid?
That's true, because his fingers
Yeah, my
probably
man was
bleeding to the
out here,
bone.
you know,
Typing in
mixing
Sam
in spat.
Jackson, scroll, green, filter, morphing time, like, and then hit enter, boop, and then like this came out, and it's like, whoa, man. How long before that guy goes on strike? Because they've been working his fingers to the bone, typing up all the prompts
Nah,
for the
not
AI art. How about that?
not the AI strike, bro. The prompt strike.
They have the writer strike. It's kind of
So
like
it's time
writing.
for the prompt strike.
It's kind of like writing. It's like stage direction in a screenplay. Typing Samuel Jackson will now morph into a green goblin or something, or whatever, and it happens.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the difference between that and like writing a script and hiring some actors, according to the AI enthusiasts? So we're gonna get into all that, guys. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Hold on. Why isn't
We're
my
gonna have
chat?
some
Oh, here we go.
FUN. So what's up?
So we're starting with this. Rena said, Sean, show the AI artist job post I showed you on Discord. Okay, yeah, let's
That's not a scrolling.
huh?
Go for it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
So what else we got so far? We got JVP in the chat. We
What's
got
up?
Mr. R. We got Mufa Slappy. What's up, Slappy? We showed your art last week on the showcase. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And guys, if you want to have your art displayed here, if any of you are artists in the chat, you can join our Discord. Link is in the description of this video. You can post your art in the post your art section, and we shall showcase it every Thursday. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, actually.
Sam Rogers in the house. What's up? Hold on, did that prompt not work? But it's all good.
So yeah.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, there's our Discord right there. All right, let's put this back up. Yeah, so Breen over here found a job. This is a job listing. Okay, y'all, this is a job listing. Uh Part-time generative AI book illustration artist. What is that? Pajama Cats
What?
Media. I, Pajama Cats Media is an AI-powered children's book solution to promote active reading and cultivate love of reading. The fundamental concept entails transformers children's picture books into interactive conversation. We need we need someone to help us scale up our book titles. Oh wait, with key responsibility. AI art generation using Midjourney. Photoshop. What do they need the Photoshop for? Oh, I guess to fix the inconsistencies or something.
Right, because sometimes the hands are all jacked up
Nah, just leave
on
the 12
the AI
fingers.
images.
Leave the
So you
12
just need an
fingers.
artist just to touch. Hey, 12 fingers. Is
Leave the
that what the
12 fingers.
scrolls have right now?
Um,
The retcon scrolls, where the scrolls are the good guys, and
uh, I don't know.
it's kind of well. I mean, look, right? It's funny how like I feel like there's more pushback against AI in terms of writing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I at least heard a debate between the writers and Chat GPT. Like, in fact, there's a writer strike going on, and they're complaining about like, oh, the AI prompts are, in the Chat GPT, and all the studios are trying to replace them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're upset about that. And there are people sympathetic to that, including Hollywood directors who are not even writers themselves. Some are, some aren't, but they're like, I won't even direct until the strike is resolved. But apparently, on the art section, I've seen a few defenders in the media saying like, "Oh yeah, this AI is actually pretty good. Like, and this AI is actually artistically suitable for the show because the scrolls are fake, so the AI is fake. So for them to use AI is actually tonally correct for the show."
Well, I mean, I had two people tell me that on Twitter, and I'm like, I applaud the fact that you actually are following the narrative of why they're using that, but I don't care personally
Right.
because it looks
But
stupid.
but if I told them in terms of writing, like, oh, this show is just a propaganda puff piece for whatever social agenda is, you know, is the bomb this weekend for them, right?
Right.
That any like I don't know brain dead puppet can write in 5 minutes, like using Chat GPT as a source, and they wouldn't know the difference. Would that be okay? They'd be like, hell no, no, the writers, not my writing. No, my human trauma has informed my writing. My human being, in essence, you know what I'm saying? My dark soul that has gone through the struggles is real. And the Chat GPT could never replace me ever. Meanwhile, the art is like the guys who be, laboring and, quietly laboring and studying for years. Suddenly it's like, maybe the AI, you got to make peace with the AI. I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
right?
actually, if you was a book, if you comic book company, and all you hired a whole bunch of Tumblr artists, maybe you might start using AI. I don't know.
I mean, look, I'm no Luddite. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's happened anyway. But I'm just noticing that the hypocrisy or something going on with
Oh,
this,
there's
like,
definitely a hypocrisy.
because immediately after, like, I guess Marvel explained why they're using AI images or had some, and then people on Twitter were actually defending their company line,
Yo,
in terms of art. Now, in terms of writing, strike, picket, in the shows, don't, you know, Jimmy Fallon, I think, stopped having his own show, and it's a talk show. He can't even make up his own like questions.
who's doing it?
He
AI?
refused to even write his own jokes. He could too if he wanted to, but he won't in solidarity with the writers. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
I'm just noticing something's inconsistent, I should say.
Brina says, "Why do these people simp full ass corporations?" I don't know. This was not a thing back in the day. Now everything is, praise Marvel, praise DC, praise that company that I can't mention that got the thing that's supposed to put in your arm. Praise praise
Yeah,
it
Cody.
all.
Right. I'm not
Hey,
sure why. Maybe
became
it's
very
because it.
pro corporations. The same people too, by the way, that were all anti corporations are now all pro corporation. They're coming on my thread talking about, well, the reason they use, I'm like, yo, but look, I've gone through too much Marvel mishaps. I'm not. They're not getting cut slack for this one. As a matter of fact, this is hilarious. Like, you gotta let me have this hilarity. This is funny. Okay, they use AI for an intro. They could have used scrolling text. They didn't even have. They could use scrolling text. They could remember how Daredevil had like the CGI with the. I forgot what it was like, blood pouring over like a statue or something, if I remember correctly. They could use anything, bro. They used it. Did y'all see the intro, by the way? I didn't. But just so that y'all know, I didn't actually watch the whole episode. I watched the beginning of the episode just to see what was going on, and then
Mm-hmm.
I watched like because they had that like the first 5 minutes or so, and then
Mm.
it cuts into the intro, and then I saw the intro, and I was like, just so I could see because I saw everybody talking about it, and I was like, now I could go ahead and retweet this, but I want to see it for myself, and I seen it, and it was horrendous. Did you see it or no?
I saw the pictures
Oh,
in
okay.
still form, but
Oh,
I,
so
I
you did
know
not see the
some were
video?
moving. I was, I saw some were moving. Like I saw a GIF of a guy like did one of Samuel Jackson, and it was kind of like moving a little bit, and it was kind of jittery and weird.
Yeah.
You could take a look at it if you want. You could find it if you want. I don't know if it's out there and like you
Oh,
can
it's out
mute the
there.
audio.
It's out there. I'll find it. Yeah, I'll probably have to mute the audio. Um.
So there's like a job opening for like typing stuff in the computer and
Yeah. So
calling yourself an
apparently
artist. Is
here,
that what's happening?
yeah, this is Brina found this job position where you expired 5 days ago. So I don't know. I guess they found a prompter or something. Yeah, part-time generative AI book illustration artist. So key
Okay.
responsibilities. Excuse me. Key responsibilities: AI art generation using Midjourney, Photoshop. Utilize provided accounts to access various generative AI tools. Receive training on how to operate these tools effectively. Rec- receive train.
Yeah, we received the training. You know what I'm saying? Use the fingers. You know what
Receive
I'm saying?
train. What the receive?
Tap 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 tap. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
Photoshop.
This is
Photoshop needs. Iron Age Media is here. What's up? Yeah. Oh, we've
the
received.
training for the Photoshop to correct the AI. Maybe we'll have maybe that'll be our gig now. We could drop the comic book stuff. We'll just be correcting the hot dog fingers on the AI creations. We'll just like touch them up until the AI can absorb that information,
Right.
and then they
Oh,
won't even need us for that.
Sam Rogers. I just he was in and he's out. All right, Sam. Have a good one. You probably
Iron
has
Age
things.
Media has arrived. What is up? He's laughing. He says the prompt engineer.
Yo, they said receive training. Yo, no, receive training is crazy. So this is what you do. First, you grab this thing, right?
Right, right. Boom. Yeah.
Boom. Once you
Then
got that down. Nah, I can't. I can't. That's the thing. My head
train them
hurts.
in English,
But uh,
bro. So I don't know what is art a rap. Almost. It's almost a rap.
I don't
It's
care.
amazing.
How about that? I don't care. I personally don't care. I'll go on that rant in a minute.
Let's see what the mainstream has to say about this. Like, let's see what the mainstream has to say about this. What is the article you have available?
All right. Oh, the actual article? Hold
Yeah.
on. Yo, hold on. Requirements. Bachelor's.
What?
No.
Bro, you can't even get entry level job without
What?
typing stuff in the computer. Sam Jackson, scroll, cringe,
Bachelor's or
enter, boom,
master's?
images come
I mean,
up.
that's
Now you
fine.
need
That means that either you or I could apply because we got the degrees,
but you got the master's
but
program though.
for prompts, I'd be.
Maybe this is for like, I don't know, maintaining the machine in case it busts maybe it's because of that, or if like they have a software glitch, maybe you need like one of those degrees, like in case like because sometimes in any program, the computer's been running on a hot all weekend, typing up images of Brie Larson and trying to give her the next Captain Marvel uniform or whatever, CG form. Maybe the machine gets overheated, burns down. They gotta hire the AI prompt maintenance guy. Maybe it's for that. But if it's just for typing stuff in, bro, you need a master's degree. It's like going trying to find one of those jobs on Indeed.com, and they're like, "Yo, data processor needs PhD, 17 years of work experience preferred, must know 20 different computer programs."
Sorry, this one got me speechless today. Somebody's gonna say, actually, what you need it for? I'm like, I don't care. All right, this is stupid. that's my
That's
that's my
America's. That's
theme for
America's.
today. My theme for today is I don't care. It
Right.
sounds stupid. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
being
This is but
completely
this
ignorant
is this is
today.
like a microcosm of what America has become, okay? People going into college until they're like in their 40s, trying to get all these degrees, going into like hundreds of millions of dollars in debt right now. They're going like at least like I don't know, 100, 200, $300,000 in student loan debt just to get an entry level job being the prompt guy uh at Disney or one of these places. I don't know where this one's from, but you know, where who is this company from? What is this job listing from? It's just
That was
is this like
that's what
something
that's
on?
Iron Age was just asking here. We'll put on the screen. What company is this? I never trust trendy postings that offer training. Pajama Cats Media.
Oh, this is supposed to be like on some Craigslist type situation. Yeah, I guess Iron Age is saying that he doesn't trust the job training because maybe they just train you up to do the job. We're gonna practice, okay? We're gonna practice. We're gonna practice on doing this thing right here. If you can do that, I'll give you the job. And then they do the job that's actually the thing. This is the actual thing, and then they're like, "Oh, thanks. I'm gonna keep this for free. That was just part of the training."
Yes. Rico says use it and alter it yourself with another 30% difference for liability. What do you say over the AI? Oh man.
Eventually, like I don't know, we'll all have to embrace some form of artificial intelligence to compete with the studios who are doing some form of artificial intelligence. And I guess like maybe the artists that are like classically trained or like traditionally
Right.
trained and are traditional practitioners will have to use that knowledge plus the AI to beat the Skynet AI Borg by the corporations or something.
Oh,
It's like Terminator Salvation. They needed like Marcus Wright to defeat the Skynet or something.
right.
They had to embrace they had to have the robot friend to like help the humans fight the AI. It's like it's I don't know.
This is like Metal Legion, though.
Yeah, it's like a comic books or something. It's like a
Damn, it's all messed
That's
up.
why it's hard to do sci-fi, guys. Just so you know, because
Yeah.
once you do sci-fi, it's already obsolete. Like in a couple months.
Right.
So you just got to play the ball where it lies and keep going.
Hold on.
But if you want to be the super trendy like guy for like sci-fi, I don't know, bro. You better like project your storyline into the year like I don't know 10 million, and everybody's already one with the AI and all this. It's crazy.
Huh. Mr. R says you need that BS to make 12 hot dog fingers on your characters.
Facts. We're just good enough to be the hand corrector. You know.
I mean that's fantastic, but
Mm-hmm.
Brina put them on blast. If y'all want to go
Yeah.
get a
No.
job, you know what I'm saying? Go.
Check out that would Iron Age Media says now they ask for your personal info, Social Security, bank account, claiming to set up direct deposit, then steal your identity. Damn. Now, just to be clear, this is not a reference to the job posting they were posting up right now. This is in
Right.
a general
General
a
sense.
possibility sense for corporate, for like, I don't know, as what he deems trendy job postings. So, but addressing this, yeah, sure, you got to keep, you got to be careful, man. There's a lot of people using all that information.
Oh yeah.
I guess like any job could do that, like if you're like working on a salary tip. But hmm
All right. So here I had
but
the
you better be
article.
expecting some paychecks after that, like
Oh yeah.
not for some training.
Now this is from the Polygon, aka the video game version of BuzzFeed. Form may BuzzFeed rest in peace or something. Uh, so let's see. Says yes, Secret Invasion's opening credits scene is AI made. Here's why. It came right out. Wait, hold on. That's the reason. It came right out of the shape shifting scroll world identity.
Hmm. Okay. So what's up?
Sorry, I was reading that caption and I couldn't. Never mind. All right, it says the world of a secret invasion is decidedly sketchy. With thousands of shape-shifting scrolls on Earth, you can't trust what you think you're seeing. One second, you're looking at Nick Fury or an esteemed world leader. The next, you see their face morph into something or someone else entirely. This is the description for the plot of the new Marvel Cinematic Universe show on Disney Plus, as well as its comic book counterpart, which follows Nick Fury as he uncovers what else? A secret invasion by the Skrull population on Earth. But the concept of shapeshifting is also seen in the series' very different approach to its opening credits, which is sort of like a watercolor rendering of the key players and themes of Secret Invasion. Lord. We see a lot of jittery and ominous sequence. We see a sort of jittery and ominous sequence of the scroll green taking over more and more of the world. It looks like Jesus. So hold on. I'm sorry. I just gotta stop. So I gotta find a video for you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I get the gist of it, right? They're trying to say that, okay, they're trying to say that the AI art intro is thematically,
oh look, there's a moving
uh,
GIF.
you know, congruent with the theme of the show of fakery.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's
Are they going to claim it's even a commentary on AI art being fake too? Like, is that what they're trying to say? Like, it's some kind of meta commentary in which the artist medium is also part of the message. Is that what they're trying to say?
perhaps. Maybe they're being super
Hmm.
clever.
Yeah, maybe they're working on like four levels of irony or something that only Galaxy Brain nibbas can
Right.
understand. Like,
Right.
at the end of the day, though, they didn't pay an artist, right? And they work for like Disney, the guys who were like known for like drawing like Snow White and all this stuff, and comic book artists and all this. Like, they could have just got one of those guys to draw the images, and then they could like morph it later.
That's what Brina just said. So basically, they didn't have the minute to do shapeshifting animation themselves. But see, this is what I was saying on Twitter earlier. I'm like, why didn't they just do a CGI thing that's like morphing? That would be more impactful. And the reason, let's say that this is their whole reasoning for it, right? Like, oh, you don't know what to trust, this, that, the third. Is that the
Yes.
AI, the AI animation is this looks like, and like this looks like super early AI animation is so it's so what's the word? It's so recognizably cringe because it was like old school, well, old school in the terms of AI. That I'm like, Marvel, I don't think you'd want to go that route. To just and now
Yeah.
you got people on the internet and us on this live stream right now, poking fun at it.
Well, I guess they would say that maybe. I don't know what they're going to say, but maybe the reasoning is they think that normies wouldn't care. You know, normies wouldn't notice. It looks like, especially the skull face there. I mean, these faces. I guess they're in masks or something. I don't know what it looks like there. It's kind of weird and kind of creepy, but not in a cool creepy
Yeah,
way.
I
It
don't
just
think they're
looks
supposed
like,
to be masked.
oh, this is like deformed. It's like kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like a bad drawing.
Enrico,
Like it looks like
Enrico,
it's painted, but like it's like bad looking.
yes. Enrico says, "Man, oh man, art is so good. We need to encourage this to use more of this art." Quote, quote.
Yeah, maybe we should just encourage them to keep going. So it can only help like independent artists, alternative artists, right? Who are trying to give people a different kind of flavor than this cursed images. This soupy green filter. It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, they're saying it's okay, right? They're cool with it, right? Polygon, they're cool with this.
Well, let me see that last paragraph. The concept art. Yeah, if yeah, I think
The
they're fine
concept
with
of
it.
AI art is certainly a hot button topic at the moment, which concerns ranging from the rights of artists over their styles and how their work is used to the demands of those striking with the Writers Guild, but others, what's the thing?
It says, but others like Salim or Caitlin Amaranth.
You're going to have to give me a clearer picture of this thing. I got to Google this up myself.
Oh, I got you.
I'm
There you
reading
go.
this off the room. Thank you. Now I can read like an eighth grader. Like Salim or Caitlin Amaranth Segurisa, a streamer using AI to build a chatbot version of herself. See AI as a tool that can prosper in the uncanny valley buffer of real life and artifice. In the case of Secret Invasion, Selim says he was excited by what method studios brought to the show. It felt explorative and inevitable and exciting and different. First of all, is that the same Amaranth of the Twitch streamer in the hot tub, or is that some another Amaranth?
I don't know. I would search her up, but I'm not gonna. She doesn't actually do like explicit stuff, right? Well, just in case, I'm not searching her on the iPad.
No.
So,
Buddha Bear says, "Hey, oh,
what's up?
Buddha." Yeah. Enrico says, all praise the beautiful, the the AI creator." Enrico is worshiping his robotic overlords. He's smart to get the head of the game. You know,
You got to integrate.
stragglers like us who are like debating the issue and trying to examine the pros and cons. The AI art is going to categorize us as the enemy and then inform like the AI robot dog hounds to go sniff us out. So we better make a decision. We better get off our high horse and start praising the robots.
Oh, and by the way, that is the Amaranth. Yeah. So,
Why are they mentioning her as like some kind of because she's making a chat bot, AI bot of herself, chatbot version. I mean, listen, guys, they didn't consult like an actual like hand drawn artist right now as part of this. They didn't decide to give them like a shout out.
not at all.
That's, no, just whatever, man. Does this website have a search function?
Um, Polygon?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. What do you want to
Can you
search?
search writer strike for me, please?
Uh,
Nothing, right? Just that they're on
mm,
hold.
got Last of Us season 2 on hold due
This would be writer
to
strike.
yeah, that was
Okay.
May 12th.
I was just trying to check if they had like some kind of article saying like, oh yeah, AI can't replace humans yet, but if the WGA writers don't win, it might not matter.
Oh, okay, gosh.
What does this mean? What does that mean? AI can't replace humans yet, but if they don't win, it might not matter. What does that mean?
The heck?
I mean, look. All right, so the article says the first of what is sure to be many labor protests against artificial intelligence has already begun. It started with Hollywood writers who wanted to make sure they won't be forced to work with or be replaced by AI tools like Chat GPT, but it has already grown beyond that. And it is not hyperbolic to say that what's happening in Hollywood right now will have broad ramifications for, well, all of us. The current Writers Guild America strike is ostensibly about streaming residuals. The bulk of the WGA's proposals are calls for clearer and more fairer budgets and compensation for the TV shows and movies that make their way in some form to various streaming platforms. But nestled down at the end of the last page of WGA's two-page proposal sheet is a section called Artificial Intelligence. It is the first large-scale attempt by a labor union to pressure industry to regulate and in some cases ban the use of AI as a replacement for workers. And it will assuredly be replicated by unions across the country as this technology becomes more prevalent and if current trends continue more advanced. Okay, crazy. Now, I'm just curious, do they take the side of WGA or not? And they seem pretty neutral. They seem pretty neutral so far in this article. I'm too lazy to scroll down and read the rest. But at the end of the day, I guess it's some topic that people are gonna have to, I don't know, figure out for themselves. Like if AI is here to stay and it's coming,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess like artists and writers are just gonna have to beat the AI system. Like can a write? I mean, it's just like I guess they're training
It's
off
like,
of
yo, I'm
like
writing the
scripts.
script. I'm writing the script. And then like the movie studio's like, man, we had AI write like the whole script last night. So
Right.
we don't need you. And then I guess that guy, like to compete with Hollywood's gonna have to make his own movie. And I tell you what, me going on the internet and Twitter saying like, forget the fan art, forget Marvel and DC, make your own book is way easier than telling some writer go make your own movie.
Yeah, I would say so. You gotta get a budget, you gotta get a crew. I mean, what kind of movie you want to make is different. Like,
It's the only thing to be able
you
to
know,
make is horror movies. It's the cheapest thing, right?
well, in terms of like an action film or like anything with action horror
Oh,
is
oh,
usually cheaper to make than an action movie for
they could
sure.
make a,
A
they could make a.
comedy, I guess, a comedy is like the cheapest form of a film.
Oh, true. They
I don't
could
know
make
if
a
the AI can
film
be
about
funny.
the invention of I don't know, Doritos or something. Guess that'll be
Oh
cheap.
yeah, like the flaming hot film. That movie could have been written on AI.
You're right.
Like, just download the story. By the way, we were looking up the story about flaming hot off stream.
Yes.
The story of the flaming hot Cheeto invention by this Mexican American individual. And it turns out there's some debate about the truthfulness of this story.
Right. And I think Brina
Apparently,
was
there
mentioning
is,
that when we were talking about it too.
yeah, yeah. So we were looking it up, and more after that. And I don't know, it has some. I don't know. It seems it's not as cut and dry as what director Eva Longoria wants us to believe. Like, seems to be some contention in the Frito Lay universe, cinematic universe,
The Frito Lay verse.
the Frito verse. Maybe in a Frito Lay multiverse, the Mexican American man invented the flaming hot Cheeto, and then in the other universe, the woman, corporate executive, invented the flavor. Like, we don't know. We don't know.
So
It seems
basically,
like, yeah,
it's
yeah,
the Woman King too.
yeah. It seems like, I think that's why Hollywood loves the concept of the multiverse. Because they could even stretch this concept to multiverse reality, like we were talking about before.
Yeah,
What do you believe? What do you want to believe? Maybe in another universe, Cleopatra was black, and the Jada Pinkett movie is true. Like in the multiverse, if the multiverse is real, I don't know. You can always like hire some kind of like some physicist guy there. The stuff in the Benjamins in his pocket to say like, oh yes, due to quantum physics of mechanics of infinite possibilities of the universe, there could be like, I don't know, a Puerto Rican Three Stooges. Thank you. Finally, I could be seen as Shemp. Shemp is me. I am Shemp.
So will you
I am
then
Curly.
Dan will finally feel represented
I'm feel
by
seen as.
a
Whoop, 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 whoop. So if we do the curly shuffle, I'm gonna get on the floor and just like turn around in a circle all day and shit.
you finally feel representation, bro. But
That's
Three
all it's
Stooges.
for, though. That's all it's for. They're gonna hire some like out of pay like out of 12K and slide it like under the table to like some some scientist like Mishukaku or whatever to say like, yes, due to the simulation theory, quantum mechanical situation as
Jesus.
devised by the, I don't know, Royal Institute of Science and Technology. It's possible that you can have Indian American Michael Jackson. It's possible. Thank you. Thank you, science.
Listen, the only thing I want to see from an alternate universe is that joke poster they made where they said Amazon gonna make the Rosa Parks story, and instead they put Chris Pratt as the race swap and
Yeah,
tagline.
apparently that
Wait,
that universe doesn't exist. Like there'll be no
no, they can't have
no
that universe.
multiverse where there's a white guy taking over a black guy's job. Like there's that. That's
No,
not
I
even like
gotta
a
find the picture. I gotta find the picture because the picture's mad
that
funny.
universe was deleted by like the Anti-Monitor and the Crisis on Infinite Earths, I guess. Like any like the the universe where like Ryan Gosling was Black Panther, that doesn't exist apparently.
Right. Did I find it? Yeah, I found it. I know this picture. Chris Pratt is Rosa Parks.
I ain't finna move. That's good. That's really good.
The best part, the best two parts about it is like the I ain't finna move, and the fact that they got Chris Pratt's head like on the fade out, like, like the old school fade.
That's
Oh, I don't care. Whoever made up that meme is a genius. That's definitely funnier than like White Panther. Oh, Faye is in here. What's up?
because before they just weren't. They weren't limiting their race swaps into fiction. Now they moved to like nonfiction. I still remember that movie. Remember that movie called the did we mention this before on YouTube? That movie, the shoot, it's with Felicity Jones, the one where they're like in a hot air balloon.
Oh, well, you know more about this. See,
Like if you're on Google, like you can type in Felicity Jones hot air balloon. It'll pop up.
All right.
Yeah, hot
Here.
air balloon. The aerialist, I think that's what it's called.
Oh, come
Right?
on.
I don't know. Type whatever. Balloon.
The
Yeah, the
aeronauts.
aerialists. Aeronauts. Yeah, apparently, if you go into the Wikipedia, is
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia there? Yeah, scroll down. I think it'll probably have it should have a section called controversy. And if it doesn't,
Has
historical
a accuracy.
accuracy.
There you go.
Yeah, can you pop that big on screen so I can
Yeah, yeah.
read on my end, please? Okay, it says the film. This is a movie, a historical fact, allegedly. It says the film is based on an amalgam of the flights detailed in Richard Holmes' 2013 book, Falling Upwards: How We Took to the Air. The most significant balloon flight depicted in the aeronauts is based on the, what's that say, the 5th September 1862
Mm-hmm.
flight of British aeronauts James Glasher and Henry Coxwell, whose coal gas balloon broke the world flight altitude record, reaching 30,000 to 36,000. However, while Glasher appears in the film, Coxwell, a man, okay, has been replaced by Amelia, a fictional character, okay? So the actress Felicity Jones from Rogue One,
Mm-hmm.
right, has replaced in history an actual dude. And
How
they
you?
named this fictional character Amelia. Her name is Amelia Wren, by the way. Wren.
Mm-hmm.
Get the last name of like, I don't know, steampunk character or something. Amelia, like Amelia Earhart, who's like,
Yeah, I figured that's what they
you
were
know,
going.
please. And they're probably showing this in some high school somewhere, as some empowerment story for like little girls to get into science and STEM somewhere in this country.
But it's all fake.
And it's not real. Like my man who actually flew in the hot air balloon is erased in his cinematically erased, bruh. JVP says Danny DeVito as Harriet Tubman. Facts.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that.
Yeah, you never
You
know.
can't do that. It's not.
The role of a lifetime. How can he turn up such a
it's
powerful,
white. It's
juicy role like that?
it's whitewashing, bro. You can't do that. But you can have it the other way around though, because that part's
It's a
cool.
completely different person. What about that guy's family?
That's what I
It
was
was like
thinking about.
it's like he's like, finally they're making a movie of my great grandfather's
Oh, I'm about to
achievements,
get
and then
something real quick.
boom,
You can keep going. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's like, bro, what the hell? You just erase from existence. What do you guys think of the chat? I mean, like, do you think it's okay in history, like historical films, to just like swap out like dude characters, swap out people for like fake people, and then say, "Wow, this is a very empowering story." And that was in the promotion, guys. This film was probably like, "Oh yeah, this is great, role models, women doing their thing," and it wasn't even real, bro. Like, it's just like insulting to people. Isn't this insulting? Like, is this really like making like minority representation a thing? Is to lie to people, like to rewrite history, to make it like, oh yeah, y'all you was really you know the pharaoh, and you were really riding the hot air balloon, and it's like, stop. It's like, this is not cool. Like, this is like ridiculous. Can't they find like a real achievement, like, that an actual, like, a woman or a black person or like a Hispanic person actually did? Instead, it's always like these debatable like situations with like, the flaming hot Cheeto man, or this thing which is totally fake, and Hollywood had zero shame in like a movie they're probably saying based on actual events.
And they
Like
just tell
this is
you
the
in your
best you
face
could
it's
do.
based in actual events.
It's almost like Hollywood's trying to say like I don't know, minorities are a flop. Like it's just a flop
That's what it
species.
feels like.
Like and we have to like make up achievements. Like back in the day, they at least have like the Ray Charles movie with
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx and like Ray Charles was like a guy and like for real and he was blind. He was playing the piano and he had like top 10 hits like crazy and a legend and he inspired millions of people from every race around the world to play piano and be a performer and
This
people
right
play
here.
his songs at weddings and shit. Yeah,
Mm.
and Rico says they spit in our faces and tell us it's rain. Facts.
It's ridiculous. It's like I don't the part that kills me is like how did how how did they I can't even word this right now. How do they think that we're not supposed to feel insulted by that?
I know,
But
bro.
there's some people
But
who
but
not.
but it's funny, yo. But it's funny. You go on Twitter and there'll be
Mm-hmm.
like people caper for it, like minorities caper for it. Like there'd be women probably like hyped up about the Cleopatra movie and this thing, this aerialist thing, and the Woman King and black people happy about like getting only the race swaps and not original characters. In fact, they prefer they're not original characters and they do more like swaps, like only swaps. It's like I thought it'd be a slam dunk. You just be like, nah, bro, we're more than that. Like, let's do better or something. They're
Well, I
like,
mean,
nah,
of
we're
course
doing the better is happening right now. And I'm like,
they'll
what?
tell you, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Oh, but the original black or Hispanic or etc. character just won't sell. And I'm like, listen, even if you believe that,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, nothing is selling right now, which is what they're failing to see. I'm like, no, 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 no. Everything is trash because the Caucasian man, known as the Great Ant Man, did not sell. Okay, like everything sucked. But let's say that they thought, okay, original minorities won't sell. I'm like, don't you think you have to start somewhere? So you're just gonna lay down for these swaps all day? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird. It sounds very. And then they're gonna look at me like I'm the
yeah, you're the sellout brother
like
for
I'm the sellout. Like I am the freaking animal known as the raccoon. I'm like, sir, you're the one who is promoting, sir or ma'am, promoting the idea of not trying, which is false, by the way, because look,
yeah. Idris Elba is Abraham Lincoln.
just do it.
Then they can show that in school and be like, all right, he's Abraham Lincoln. Like that's it. He was black. It's like, well, you can do a Frederick Douglass. You can like, it's like, no, 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 no. We want to be Lincoln. We want to like, and I'm like, what's the point? Like, what is the point of all this? It doesn't make sense.
Like it's actual stupid. Like I mean, it's even worse when they do it with like actual people in history. Like
Right, like what Mr. R saying makes sense. It's like he says, I think it's okay in a comedic version of history. That's obviously comedy.
yes,
But
I agree.
what they are doing doesn't really make sense. Yeah, it's like when you do like drunk history or something, it's funny. Like that show Drunk History where they get into the they pretended to be Abraham Lincoln and like Joan of Arc and stuff. In that context, is funny.
Right,
Even something that's like Hamilton, which is kind of like a hip hop version of Alexander Hamilton and all this. I guess it's like the hip hop theme is like it makes it okay. It's like it's more like an artistic choice
right,
because it's hip hop and that originated like in the Bronx and
right.
with minorities and it's popularized by minorities to this day. So it's like they're doing the hip hop version. It makes sense. Like the Wiz was like a take on Wizard of Oz, but it was with like you know soul music and R&B and it's like that makes sense. Like contextually, maybe that makes sense. But like when it's just like straight up a biopic, but it's just like changing the appearance of somebody just for like I don't know ESG points, then it gets a little weird. Now it's just like what's the context of this, and they were just like I don't know, I just felt like doing it. I guess in a high school play you can do it if you want. Like who cares? I don't really know about that situation. Like it
Right.
doesn't really matter. Like if it's a high school play, who gives a damn? If you're high school playing Shakespeare, I know like there's been Shakespeare, like they'll do that like different people because they use that more of like an academic tool to teach people drama and acting. But come on, when you're like based on true events and it's like a dude, and then it's like, nah, it's a woman with a fake name. Like
And they
that
thought
is crazy.
and they thought that was okay, bro. Like,
They thought it was fine. Like they were like, and no one complained about it. I heard like no one in the press complained about it. I heard more complaints about the Woman King than this film.
hmm.
I had to look that up in the Wikipedia. I was just like curious about like this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, what? But like they did press tour probably for this movie, and it's like was released and crickets from actual journalists, whatever. Silence. Yeah, Budapest says they don't want to show light on historical women because then they would end up judging them differently. That is true. I mean, I don't know. Well, how would they judge them differently?
Hmm.
I guess I guess they could. I mean, it depends on what subject matter you pick, right? I mean, you could pick
Yeah.
a woman that who did an achievement. It doesn't have to go back to way back in history either. They can like do a historical biopic on a musician.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I mean, I'm sure there was like Janis Joplin TV movies, but no one's really done the Janis Joplin movie. Like, no one's really done like. I mean, they tried to do a Whitney Houston biopic, but I think that was a flop.
Hmm.
But they could have tried. They tried. I mean, I mean, they could find somebody. You know, they could find somebody in history, even like if it was like the last like 70 years to make to make a movie about. Then and they could find another than making up Amelia Wren, a fake sounding name, by the way, to
Oh,
take away an achievement of a dude who like went up in the hot air balloon.
sounds like a video game character.
Yeah, yeah, it's not like a Final Fantasy character.
Yes. She about to be in part 16.
Exactly. She's gonna like I don't know. She's scooping up material right now to go power her hot air balloon. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Mr. R says Blade is his all-time favorite character of any genre. Screw the premise that it won't sell. Yeah, you know what's funny? Blade is the easiest character to do,
Oh yeah.
and he will sell. Like, and that's the one character that Marvel seems to be having a problem with.
That's how you know they're so bad, bro. Like they can't, you can't get your act together for who's my top three? Blade, Daredevil, Punisher. Somehow, y'all fumbling the ball on that massively hard.
Yep.
You're about to ruin Daredevil.
Yeah.
You got Punisher trying to come back, but after destroyed the Punisher's whole identity on in the actual comic books, I have no hope for that show. And then Blade. How do you mess up Blade? It's about a dude who fights vampires with a
They
sword
made
and
movies
some guns.
already. They could just watch those movies and find the template, bro. Like go on wherever they watch movies. I don't know. They order off Amazon Prime and go watch Blade, directed by Stephen Norrington, and you will see what like okay, this is what a Blade movie is. All right. And then start writing him fighting another supernatural creature, another vampire lord. Like, is it that hard, bro? They're gonna make this Wonder Man movie right now.
Blunderman.
Wonder Man, starring Yaya Mateen. They're gonna make it's the Sam Wilson Captain America movie, right? Meanwhile, like they got Blade. They already made movies about him. They got some comics based on him,
Yeah.
and they don't know what to do. Now, I think maybe there's another possibility why they're having problems with Blade because they're not serious people. Like Blade is just badass. It's not like a comedy.
Oh, right. They can't.
They can't just be serious and do something very like straight. They can't play it like very like straightforward. It has to be like, that MCU humor,
Right.
that Rick and Morty humor, quippy Cartoon Network type sensibilities. Like they can't handle just like, being badass. Like I remember watching Blade 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on my Twitter I posted like Blade 2. Um like these companies could try as hard as they want, but they'll never be badass as when Blade walked out with the blood pack
No, you're
to the
right.
Massive Attack song and Most Def song, Eye Against Eye. Like he's walking with the blood pack. They can't even beat that, and they definitely not beating the blood rave scene from Blade One,
One.
the
No.
intro where Tracy Lords lures that poor schlub into the nightclub, and then they want to eat him, and then Blade pops out and just like kills everybody.
No. 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 They
Like
they
they
can't do
can't they
that
can't
anymore.
yeah you know see that and that they tried to make a Blade script and allegedly the script leaked, you know what I'm saying? So and then people were like shocked to see like it was just Marvel doing Marvel again. They're gonna have Blade's teenage daughter, as part of the franchise. I don't know. Apparently Blade can't use Trojan Magnum condoms or whatever he's rolling with. I don't know. Can't do it. He's impregnating. He's hitting and quitting. Papa Vampire was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he hangs his hat is his home. So it's like they can't like so it has to be jokes, quips, ridiculousness.
What time is it? Cause
Probably have to have social messages. We have to have social messages for the kids.
in Blade, in Blade, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, you just because they can't be badass. Like they don't know how to make badass. We're not very much in a badass era, by the way. Like there's not
No, we're not.
like Blade was about him like in techno music. They don't make techno really anymore. I mean, they do still. They make like cool like electronic music nowadays, but they don't promote it in the media
No.
and in mainstream outlets and anymore like heavy like they used to back in the 90s. So they don't know it exists. So they're probably trying to sync up like I don't know some CGI previs test of Mahershala Ali doing a backflip to some Rihanna song
Mm.
because that's what they listen to in the Disney offices.
Oh Lord.
And they like, oh, this is lit. Oh, and this
uh,
this song's badass, right, guys? Back in the day, Wesley Snipes would never have that on his soundtrack, bro.
no, not at all.
He had the New Order Confusion remix from the Blade rave scene. He had the Massive Attack, Most Def collab, Eye Against Eye, when he walking out with the blood pack. They ain't playing around with the score and the soundtrack. It's there to be cool.
Well,
Okay.
they were thinking about money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were thinking about like, yo, I don't know, money and like being cool will get you the money.
Right.
Disney
But
about
now,
being like, I don't know, cringe, like going after like, I don't know, 12-year-olds.
sorry, y'all.
What they think 12-year-olds want to see. Yeah,
Just,
Faye says play more Kanye. Yeah, exactly.
just
Just
let
like, and whatever. Like some rap could be cool, but I just have a feeling they're not gonna pick the cool rap. I mean, look, I don't
no,
know. The
hell
needle
no.
drops in these Marvel movies. Maybe like the Guardians of the Galaxy was like the mixtape of James Gunn of like, you know, because it was like he was like what the character he was like he was supposed to hear like top 10 hits mixtapes because he's not doesn't live on Earth anymore.
Right.
I guess that kind of makes sense. But when you're doing like a movie on Earth with like I don't know, a character supposed to be badass, you got to really control what kind of music you're playing in the background. That's what I
Or it'll ruin
say.
the whole experience.
Yeah, but Blade should be very straightforward. And if you're gonna have a side character, like have Blade have like a partner, it should be like somebody like Ghost Rider. Like that'd be cool. Blade and Ghost Rider team up.
That's a good idea, actually.
That's like double trouble. Like people would watch the crap out of that. Like Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, and Blade teaming up. That'd be what's up. So anyway, what are you drawing right now?
I was just drawing everybody needs like a 3/4 body thing for merch. This one is for Anubis. I'm just sketching it. I'm not gonna finish it right now. 'Cause I gotta-
Interesting, interesting. Now this is for Sean's is one of Sean's original OCs.
Right.
Um Now you say you need a 3/4 shot.
Right.
Is it better for shirts? You feel like it's better for merch,
I
like
feel
the three
like it's better.
quarter?
I feel like it's better for shirts. Now for posters, you can have almost anything, but I feel like you want the image like up in your face, unless you can get a shirt made that is taking over like the entire shirt from like here all the way down. Then I guess you
Mm.
could kind of have whatever.
Ah. All right, you can take that comment. Let's do another
Oh, my bad.
comment.
I did not realize that was still on. I will, however, though y'all be, I mean, heading out soon. So to recharge for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do our showcase that we was talking about before. That's on Discord. Hold on. No,
Mm.
Brina, are those song lyrics, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, check out the Discord. You can join. Check out the arts. Check out the we talk about fun topics. You can post your art there. Tomorrow we'll be doing the showcase.
Right.
We will be reviewing art that people draw, and we just take a look at the pics. Trying to encourage the human art experience while it still lasts. Like because apparently AI has become mainstream thanks to the Marvel Disney Corporation.
Also,
So
just
enjoy
on
the hand drawn experience while you can.
just on one of the final points here. People, I don't know if they understand me. If people understand me on Twitter, to be like, "Oh, Sean, you don't care if an artist mess up with a skin color on like for fan art, but you gonna go hard and Marvel." Look, I do not care about us, like me, Dan, y'all. As far as
You care about me?
no, as far as like holding us to a standard of creativity. Like for instance, if I see somebody drawing Black Goku, like I wouldn't draw Black Goku because I think it's kind of corny.
Yeah,
But if somebody,
Bloku.
yeah, Broku, that's it, Froku, any cool, like I don't care. Like
Right.
like I wouldn't do it, but I don't care if somebody does it. I'm like, yo, they're having fun, like, whatever. Now, if Kira Toriyama does it, I'll be like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? The F is wrong with you. It now goes back to this whole thing with Secret Invasion. I'm like, look, if somebody wants to use AI to get reference, because let's face it, there's some, I guess from Mid Journey, there's some great looking, uh, freaking AI out there. And if somebody wants to either go use it or use it for reference or use it to make a poster in their house, that's fine. But Marvel, you are supposed to be a multi-million dollar company. Well, I guess Disney is the multi-million dollar company, right?
Yeah.
Like so, like why are you doing that? I'm just like, why are you doing stuff that everyday people would be doing?
Yeah, they're doing something that like some teenager coming home from school would like just type in on a prompt. Like they're doing that as like a, and they have artists on deck. They have an entire comic book company that I guess they forgot about. Like they could provide art for all their intros if they wanted to. That can storyboard all their they can storyboard their TV shows and their animations. They just kind of forgot about those guys. Faye says Disney is cheap, so they don't have to pay for it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, heck, they're not even. I've seen some discourse on about the AI in general, and
Eric
people,
July could pay his employees. I don't know what the problem with the multi-million dollar, billion-dollar corporation
but he's,
in
but
league with BlackRock and all those
I guess
corporations.
well, he's playing to the strengths. Like he's funding exactly what he needs to fund, which is his staff and the warehouse.
Hmm.
And he's not even going above and beyond that. Like, like, like Disney is trying to do like they're trying to like give you Ariel race swapped that they don't know if it's gonna do well, and it didn't. And they're trying to like have their CGI guys who are not getting compensated well, I guess. And then now they're having like now it's dialed down to like, oh man, we need an intro after all that chaos and dumping a couple of shows off of Disney Plus because I don't for reasons I guess that are we don't know, but it just sounds like they're losing money anyway. And they get up to Secret Invasion and they're like, "Hey guys, what about the budget?" It's like, "Oh man, we wasted that on Ariel's fin, the CGI, so we got no intro." And they're like, "Yeah, why don't you bring up one of them AI joints?" You start like,
I mean, it's out there. I mean, it's here, and some things I guess went the way of the dodo. I guess like some things used to be here and now it's not. But I don't know. I'll just keep plugging away, making original content, making original art,
right,
like our comic book, Red Cyberpunk Fairytale.
right,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Yeah. Which Sean has the link up right there, right? You can check it out.
Did it come up? Yeah.
No, I mean like on the screen, on the screen in the Safari link in the tab.
Oh, my bad. Right there. Boom.
Yeah. So this is like hand drawn by human beings.
Yeah.
Actual live action human individuals on planet Earth. You can even see some of the pencil lines in this drawing right here. It's yeah, it's legit, man. I mean, is this going away? Is this going to be replaced by a strange looking Samuel Jackson with 12 fingers or whatever that they're hiding from the actual show? I don't know. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? I don't know. I cannot confirm nor deny.
Right.
But until then, you can go on redcombook.com and check out our work
Yeah, by hand drawn people, hand drawn
by
by us.
yeah, exactly. You know, I guess I don't know. Can a prompt type up? Like I need like three like I need three like aerial units flying
I'm
through the
sure I
cyberpunk
can.
city. I guess they could. I mean that I guess is no problem for
Also,
them.
I have a question before I get off here. That
Sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not even going to say definitively because now the problem with AI was that it was taking people's AR art. It was taking people's like styles and running them through a system, right? Now I've seen the type of art that they have in this in the beginning of this show is kind of like mushy. And I remember when it came out, but I also remember if I could be corrected that even back then they had a copyright issue. So does Disney now have a copyright issue with this intro? I don't
I
know.
don't know what kind. I don't even know because I couldn't even tell a discernible style from the AI
Me
art that they were
neither.
using.
So I mean it's all
It
mush,
looked like
bro.
some kind of warped, I don't know, misshapen, angular figures. I can't even tell. Like, and I think don't they own all the art that was produced by the Disney Corporation anyway? Why don't they run that through the filter, and then they could type in anything and they can like have like some of the greatest artwork ever created
No, that's true.
at the touch of a keypad. But instead, they went with that, which is kind of weird. So I'm not sure what the rights issues are, what they're willing to do, and what they're not. It's very interesting. It's interesting. Enrico, what's this?
Oh, so my bad.
Enrico says, respect the canon. Bait and hook is always a turnoff. Don't sell me one thing, then switch it up, but then tell me it's the same thing.
Hmm.
All right. It's tough, man. Like they respect the canon for them is like I think they think they did respect the canon in the beginning, but now they like I guess are writing off of the success juice is kind of maybe gotten to the head that they think they're now above the canon. Like they're making the canon, better, a new and better version.
Right.
Let's see what happens. Sam says AI will take everyone's job, including the writers. I mean, it's possible. That's possible. I mean, why wouldn't they want that? The producers kind of function as the writers,
Yeah.
like in some ways. Even publishers. Like I was looking up on YouTube, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Something came up on YouTube about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I clicked on that, and then there was a link on the side to something else,
Mm-hmm.
and I clicked on that, and there's a woman who's writing the continuing stories of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the next generation. It's like the new Slayer is like Willow's daughter or one of those things,
Okay.
and the she doesn't get credit for creating the character of Willow's daughter. In fact, the publisher told her what characters, like very basically, like, oh, Willow's daughter, new Slayer, this is the new whatever, like maybe two or three more characters, and they wrote the names out for her
Mm-hmm.
and says, make a story about this and go. Just so that they can own the new characters.
Oh man.
So these producers and publishers, they kind of do like the most basic bare level of character creation
Right.
and then sell it to the studio, or they do it on behalf of the studio, and then they like get a writer to like flesh it out, but the writer who fleshed it out does not have any ownership over the characters. They just get like a writing credit, and if they're lucky to develop the show in script form, they might get a producer credit or developed by credit, but they're never going to own that character
Right.
because this guy, I don't know, some rich dude sitting in in his penthouse apartment just wrote the basic bare bones of like a character outline, and therefore he's the creator, or the company's a corporation. The corporation is the creator.
Hold on. Sam Rogers says maybe Disney should look into African fables and turn those into stories. Yeah, that would require actual work on their part.
Yeah,
And as we've seen with Secret Invasion, I don't think they're about work. They're about like typing prompts. Then let me stop. I'm never
if
gonna
they
leave
have
them
like
alone for this.
and if there's like African like supernatural folklore and all this, they could be jumping into different dimensions. So you have different worlds. Like, maybe that he's an African person. He's like, in Africa, and then he pops into another, some hellfire dimension or something based off of their mythology.
Hmm.
You could do all kind of stuff and like then have a different. Then you could be as imaginative as you want with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They don't want to try until like they're forced to. I don't know what the story is. So you gotta do it yourself, guys. I don't know.
I mean, I guess this is a conversation from what we went over last night, which is like the continuation of www. Do it yourself.
I guess, yeah, yeah. It seems to be, a disconnect between the audience and what's being provided to them by the
Right.
studios. So Enrico said this is true for the general public for all products. It's considered. I lost it.
Hold on. Oh, my bad.
Let me just read off the chat, please. This is true for the general public for all products. It's considered unethical business practices. Like if they're gonna sell me something and it's different when you get it, it should be better. I don't mind better.
Right.
Like if they give me something and it's like they were selling me one thing and then they like replaced it with something even more awesome. I mean, I would guess there might be complaints after that, but I'm talking like that's rare.
Yeah.
That's very rare. Like I think like Eric Stoltz was supposed to be the original Marty McFly.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good actor, but then they said, nah, let's replace him with Michael J. Fox. Now, if the internet was around back then, maybe there'd be people complaining, like, Eric Stoltz, you said he was going to be in the movie. He's a great actor. But when you see Marty McFly, I mean, like, as Michael J. Fox, that's his classic. Like, so.
Right.
But that like, rarely happens. The majority is basically what Rodrigo's talking. I mean, with Enrico is talking. You know, it's usually like, oh, something from the comic book is awesome.
Yeah.
And then they give it to you, and then it's like their cursed version of the comic,
Which is always sad.
which is kind of like a lame situation.
All right, hold
So
on.
this is gonna be cool. Some cool merch coming up right here. Sean should keep working on that. Faye says he didn't test well. Michael J. Fox did a better job. Yeah, you know, he had more comic timing. It was a comedy, you know. So Eric Stoltz, you know, he's not very. I don't know. I haven't seen him like in a all out comedy. He
Mm-hmm.
had a comedic role in Pulp Fiction, playing the drug dealer.
Right.
So he was kind of fun in that. But you know, it's Michael J. Fox. This guy's on Family Ties every week. So the man's like a professional. Yep. Anyway, guys, it's been real.
Yeah, I'm gonna head up out of here. It's gonna
We
be a
shall be
refresh
back
for tomorrow,
tomorrow.
where something
Thank
else will pop off, and I'm sure Twitter will be
thank you
there
for
to serve
coming.
everyone up. Yes, thank you,
If you
thank you.
like us, if you like the content, like the video, be sure to
Yep.
subscribe, hit the bell to know when we're coming on
Yep.
live, and leave a comment. And we'll see ya tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.